Hi again. The real question is, will she ever stop talking today? And I think this is the last one I'm going to do. This is the fourth vlog I've recorded today. Um, I took a shower, I fixed my hair, I put on makeup, I have clean clothes. Like I can't let that go to waste. I have to do something with it. So I do have one more of my Dear Soul, Love, Spirit channelings that I received today. So to recap, if you've not seen any of the previous three episodes where I talk about this Dear Soul, Love, Spirit thing that I've been doing, I have been channeling. I use that word hesitantly because it drums up all kinds of things. I mean, I should close my eyes and I should shake a little bit, and then I should open my eyes and start spouting out something in a slightly Scottish brogue in order for it to be authentic channeling, right? I mean, right? And I should be speaking on behalf of multiple entities, and I should come out of it and go, what did I say? And and okay, I am not disparaging or downplaying or denigrating or even doubting the people who do claim to channel, because despite my lack of firm belief that that's what's happening, I'm open to the possibility that that's what's actually happening. And certainly the messages I've received from them have been incredibly useful. So all of that taken in, I figure anything and anyone and everything is capable of being a channel of divine messages. And I'm open to being one of those. And the way that it's been working for me lately is when I sat down to journal, and I have been journaling for 50 years. When I sit down to journal, or at least on 11/11 at 11/11, what came out of me were the words, Dear Soul. And what followed, and I didn't know what I was going to write until it was written, was messages from what I believe to be spirit to my personal soul, and me, the human body that is the earth suit for the inhabiting soul, got to get the benefit of that. So I'm going to read you the latest one, and you can decide if this is a bunch of malarkey or not, and I am not going to try to feign a Scottish brogue, even though Sean Connery told me to pee when I was 4. But that's another story. So this one is dated today, and I wrote November 24th at the top of the page, only to realize, no, just because today is Blur's Day doesn't mean it has an actual date. So it's actually November 25th. I mean, you probably knew that because you're probably more adult than I've managed to be so far, but hey, there's still time for me to grow up. So let me read to you this Dear Soul, Love, Spirit channeling. And if you can allow yourself to be in a state of receptivity, just in case on the off chance this speaks to you as well, great. And if not, well, it's probably not the worst 15 or whatever minutes it ends up being that you spent in your day, okay? So, Dear Soul, your heart is heavy from all that you carry, and your burdens are weighing down your mind. And it's your mind that is troubling you with all of its conclusions and assumptions and judgments and expectations and stories. So much mental masturbation is exhausting, and it brings no relief. What if all is well and getting weller? What if everything is unfolding in the most benevolent and even most magnificent way, only you cannot see the entire masterpiece yet, as if you're looking at a tapestry from the underside, confused by the mess of knots and ravels and the cacophony of colors, unable to see the glory from the higher perspective of the top side? What if the part of you that loves you so much is orchestrating whatever is required to bring you back home to yourself? What else can it do when it loves you that much? What if you are safe, guided, loved, and adored? What if you are okay? What if it's impossible to mess up, waste, or ruin your life or your soul's purpose? What if everything is working behind the scenes in your favor, which coincides in the favor of all? What if you would allow yourself to ask for inspiration? And what if you were willing to take all and any inspired action? What if you stopped trying so hard to find that no, let me try that again. What if you stopped trying so hard and fired that inner task maker and stepped off the treadmill of the tyranny of the urgent and began to trust the flow of alignment and the alignment of flow instead? Well, that was awkwardly read. Let me try that again so it actually has some meaning for you. What if you stepped off the treadmill of the tyranny of the urgent and began to trust the flow of alignment and the alignment of flow instead? What if you released your resistance to what is? What if you surrendered to your soul's purpose again, yet again, with sweet, sweet relief? Feel that. The sensation of falling backwards without resistance into a featherbed, enveloped by softness while supported with sustainment. Choose to surrender. And when you feel tight or heavy or constricted or weighed down, choose to surrender again and again and again. Love, Spirit. Sometimes these things are long, a few pages in length, and sometimes they're short and sweet and concise and to the point. I'm learning as I go what wants to be said and when it's done, and when I'm trying to insert my own ideas, and when to simply open and receive what wants to come into me and through me next. I did talk a bit about this whole need to work hard and strive versus aligning. You know, we're told, especially as entrepreneurs, those of us who run our own businesses, and now, you know, so many of us are running our own businesses from home. There's this sense of urgency, the tyranny of the urgent that tells us, work harder, do more, you haven't done enough. And have you noticed that list of have-tos is endless? There is no end to it at all. We keep thinking, once I get done with XYZ, once I complete this, then I will do whatever it is we've been promising ourselves it will do, whether it's something that's important or something that's desirable, something that's pleasurable, something that's meaningful, all of the above. We're living life in the margins. We put off the things that would make us feel fulfilled and would make our lives more rich, more meaningful, more purposeful, more fulfilling, because we're slaves to this idea that we have to achieve, we have to earn, we have to prove, we have to do. And we don't get to just be. There's a balance here. There really is. And I wrestle with this all the time within myself. I'm a rather balanced kind of person. I'm a Libra. I seek after balance. Balance is important to me. And yet I also recognize balance is not static. It's not a matter of getting to a place and standing on that line and saying, okay, freeze, I am at balance. Because we live in a universe that gives and flows, it waxes and wanes, it moves. We have the in-breath and the out-breath. We have in and out. We have off and on. We have negative and positive polarities. It's a universe that's constantly expanding and contracting, just as we do with each heartbeat, with each breath, with each blink of the eye, with even our computer system. The very technology with which I'm reaching out to you works with 1 and 0, off on. And within this universe, there is no static stay in the middle. There is this balancing act. So we're constantly swaying and trying to find again our homeostasis, our equilibrium. It's an ongoing way of life. Static would be death. It's not a goal. It's an inevitability, but only in the sense that the earth suit ceases and then life goes on and all of that. I know I was about to say something. I know all of this was leading to something remotely interesting, at least just kind of dangling in my head. I guess 4 vlogs in one day is my limit, because my brain is saying, weren't we supposed to eat something or drink something or do something besides this today? Yeah, there's laundry, there's painting, and okay, that brings me back to the point. Thank you. I have a basket of laundry that's been sitting there for, I don't know, I've lost track of the days now. And I've got all kinds of projects that need painting. See that cabinet in the hallway? That thing needs to be primed and then painted. I have some bookends in there that need to be finished. They've been begun, but I've been waiting on inspiration. Oh yes, there is a sunflower painting that I want to do on a kitchen cabinet door, because I upcycle stuff. And oh yes, my very patient client, Levon, hi Levon, has been waiting for 5 years for me to finish his secretary. Now, granted, he's not had a place to land permanently until now, so he's been gallivanting around the globe, and he's been patiently waiting for me to do this thing. And all things happen in the most benevolent timing. At least that's my story, and I'm sticking to it. And but I want to get to these things. But my brain, my task mastering brain says to me things like, you can't do the fun creative stuff until you do all of the other have to adulting stuff. So the laundry, the putting away of those things that are on my Freudian sofa thing right there. Oh, I need to take my air conditioner out of my bedroom window and get it into storage. There's a fan in another window and that needs to go out. I probably should think about putting the plastic sealant on all of my windows, because this is a Victorian built in 1869 and it's not exactly draft proof. And, you know, I don't want to necessarily heat all of the outside air and pay for it over the winter. There's like all these things that have to be done. And then the ongoing things like, oh yeah, the vacuuming, and oh yeah, the dusting, and oh yeah, the scrubbing of the floors. And then, you know, by the time I fold all that laundry, there will be new laundry to do. Have you ever noticed that you never get caught up with laundry? There's like 17.5 seconds of getting caught up with laundry. And that's when you want to throw confetti to celebrate the moment, except then you have to vacuum because there's confetti all over the floor. See, it never ends. It never ends. And this is me by myself in this place. I'm the only one who wears the dirty clothes. I'm the only one who makes the mess. I'm the only one who uses the dishes that have to be washed. I mean, I'm it. Once upon a time, when I was a homeschooling mom of 8 children and an ex-husband who worked from home, there were 10 of us all the time in the house. And I would walk into a room with the idea of, I'm going to do a thing in that room. And I'd walk in the room and I'd see the mess in the room, especially the kitchen. And I would have to go find the culprits and bring them back to the scene of the crime and have them clean up the mess so that I could do the thing that I came in to do, except by then I forgot what I came in to do. So it's not that bad now. But still, I have that voice that tells me I can't do the things I want to do until I do the things I'm supposed to do. And who is this voice in my head that's telling me what I'm supposed to do? I mean, who am I trying to please? Who am I trying to prove something to? What am I trying to earn? It's conditioning. This is like old stuff. These are echoes from those voices in the past that were supposed to help me become this autonomous adult. Why am I still carrying around all these voices in my head that are telling me what to do, and why am I listening to them? Why are you listening to yours? What if we fired them? What if we said to these voices in our head, look, you're not paying rent. You're not helping me get things done that I would like to get done. So out, out, out. What if we just fired them, pink slipped them? What if we got to be the sole, solitary, autonomous authorities in our own lives? What if we did that? What if we just played with that? What if we decided that we could trust our own souls enough to inspire us to do whatever it is that was next to do in this flow of life? What if we allowed ourselves to do playful things too? So maybe we could do an urgent thing, like the thing that we need to do, because if we don't do that thing, something bad's going to happen. The power will be shut off. We won't be able to afford food. The website will die. The whatever will happen that will have some repercussions we'd rather not face. So we do that thing, we do that urgent thing. And then what if we did an important thing? An important thing could be, I don't know, folding the laundry or removing the air conditioner from the window. No one's gonna die if I don't do these things. It doesn't really contribute to the income, but they're important, they're important. And then I got to do a thing that was just pleasurable, something I want to do, something that gives me a sense of joy. It could be vlogging. It could be sitting down and reading something I've been wanting to read. It could be painting something I've wanted to paint. Not I have to for a client, but I want to because it wants to be expressed. Or I have a conversation with somebody that is just luxuriating in that. Or I take myself for a walk, or I turn on music and dance just for the heck of it. Or. There are endless numbers of things that, those things you've been denying yourself, those things you've been telling yourself you don't have time for. But if we don't do those things that are pleasurable, that are rewarding in and of themselves, that help us to feel fulfilled, that help us to get in touch with our souls, that are about this and this rather than just this, then we don't get to be as productive as we would like and want and even need to be. Without that balance, it's not good. It's imbalanced. And when we're out of balance long enough, it's going to show up in our lives in all kinds of ways that work against us. So I'm putting out a plug for doing something just for the joy of it, just for the pleasure of it, just because you want to. Because you're a human being, not a human doing, and we all deserve to play. We never, ever lose the need to play. We don't have to be little and childish to enjoy the wonder of being childlike. There's a difference there. You can be a full throttle adult human being, a complete grown-up, but you still need to play. So think of something pleasurable, something you've been denying yourself, something you intend to get to eventually once all the XYZs are checked off of your never-ending to-do list. And do one. Take a break and do one. And repeat that cycle. Urgent, important, pleasurable. Again, repeat. Urgent, important, pleasurable, and complete that cycle until your stuff is done and you don't feel depleted and you enjoyed yourself and you got to be a little more balanced. Why not? Okay, that's all I wanted to say. 4 vlogs in one day. I am vlogged out. I'm going to go find something fun to do. Bye.